Let's head right back down to the field. Chris Lemonis, Mississippi State head coach, spending some time with us now. Holy cow! They were asking Connor about the range of emotions, right? From having one hit off his glove and go over the wall to doing this. Remarkable. As it happened, what are you thinking as a head coach?
Go over the wall is what I wanted. I wanted it to be over. So this ballpark gets carried today, but it usually doesn't carry a lot. And you're just sitting there hoping it gets over the wall. And, man, what a great story for him, because he's been out a couple weeks. And people probably don't realize it because we have some real stars in there. But Connor's been our best hitter in the SEC play all year. And we haven't had him for 2 weeks. And it affects everybody. And having him back and him getting the big swing is huge for our ball club.
Coach, you didn't hear the eruption of the fans like Dari and I heard out here, but we got to see what the dugout looked like when he made contact. What was it like inside there? How loud did it get with the players and coaches?
It was bonkers. So I can tell you, just, that type of emotion. And a lot of these kids, we didn't come last year. So we haven't been in the postseason for, a year here. So being here, is a big deal.
And you talk about the Brooks Auger we had mentioned earlier. He hasn't gone longer than 5 innings all year long, and tonight I think he threw 8 innings. He was masterful. What can you say about his performance?
Man, awesome. I mean, we needed it because, we didn't want to, we know we're in next week, but we didn't want to, use our 1 and our 2, and we have probably one of the better 1 and 2s in the league. So now we get to use them the next couple days, and him giving us that space. I mean, he could have gone out there for the 9th. We just haven't thrown him. He's only at 80 pitches, so we could have thrown him a little longer.
Coach, in college baseball, you don't get these types of games anymore. This was to watch Maddox and Auger back and forth. You had to take some enjoyment out of just watching this style of a ball game in a big college setting, right?
As good as our guy was, their guy matched him, every pitch. And we faced him before, but he was, that was about as good as we've seen all year long. And you give that kid a lot of credit. He was awesome on the bump for them tonight.
Well, go enjoy it, man. We appreciate your time. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Hell State.
What a ball game.
What a ball game that has been.
Routes. Closest margin of victory, 5 runs. And then we end the night on a walk-off victory. The 9th SEC tournament walk-off win in Mississippi State history. No other team has more than 7. And by the way, it's the 8th walk-off loss in this tournament for Ole Miss, which is also the most in the league. And now their season comes to a close.
Yeah, this is what we love sports for, because there's redemption, right? Highsack goes from tipping that ball over the fence for a home run on Will Furness's bat, and then to becoming the hero. As long as you have another opportunity, you can turn things around. And that was just absolutely an impressive outing by both sides. Unfortunately, one team had to win and one team had to go home. This was huge for the Mississippi State Bulldogs, because any questions about whether or not they deserve to host, I think, have been answered in the last 15 minutes.
And now they move on. They'll get a chance against Texas A&M in the finale of Wednesday. And by the way, I just want to share what it sounded like here
and
on
today
the set, which I thought it was great.
Is Tuesday,
well-known Ole Miss Rebel.
May 21st. Yes, it was the 20th. Tomorrow is the 22nd. Tomorrow is going to be the second round of this. This is going to be a double elimination.
He did it. There was no disappointment. Your heads were. It was just awesome. Appreciating a great moment in college baseball.
It's just an awesome moment, man. This is why the SEC tournament is
now
so great,
the SEC championship.
Who's going to step up and be the hero? And you had
so Wednesday is going to be the quarterfinals. Thursday is going to be the semifinals, and Friday will be the SEC championship. That will all come down to that, and whichever team wins that game will be the SEC champions. Again, whichever team wins that championship game will be the SEC champions. That's it.
It was such a beautifully pitched game all over the place, but the little things you get into the 9th inning.
Now, the tournament is not that easy, but it's going to be crazy. I know it's fun, but have to see how these teams will have to work out.
Mississippi State's leading home run hitter against Liam Doyle, Ole Miss's biggest strikeout pitcher, the leader in strikeouts. And you're like, man, this is a great matchup. And then the pitcher wins. and then you have Highside come up, and it's like, are we going to get
Wow.
to see redemption? And first